So it's been a red hot minute since we've been in the shed. A couple of things happened. We got COVID, that was fun. But also the trailer got painted. We sent that off to the sandblasters. Cum's got sand and blast. They did an amazing job. They blasted it right back to bare metal and gave it a nice coat of paint in I think it's a 2-pack in the colour we wanted. I'll go over it in a bit more detail and show you what it looks like in a minute. But because there was a couple of rust holes that we either missed or the metal was just a little bit thin in those spots, when they blasted it, it's taken a bit more metal out and it's caused a hole. We patched that and I'll show you how that's looking now. So we've got to put a little bit more paint on it, but you can't even tell where the holes were really. There was one there. Now that was something cool that the sandblasters were able to do for us. They were able to keep the original stickers of the statement of authenticity, the government defence, and the one that says about asbestos, you know, not the important stuff. So I'm going to keep, my makeshift stand just keeps moving about. So yeah, where we're at the moment is it's back. It's kind of together, it's sitting on its frame. Realistically, it's just put it back together now. Unfortunately, that's what takes time. We've got to do all the little things like this piece here. This was just a bit of checkered alley that we had. To buy brand new, it's pretty expensive, but we happen to have some laying around the back of Dad's shed from an old project. So we're cleaning that up. That's going to be on the guards as a bit of extra protection for a step. And there's little other things that we're doing too, just to set it off. I don't want to give too much away because I want people to come down and have a look at the shows, but I will run you through one of the things that we did. The little drain holes. We painted them black. Now they are a brass or a copper fitting, so you couldn't really hit them too hard with like a sandblasting unit or a grinding wheel with a wire disc. I had to hand sand them back. And then I just painted them in the shed, my makeshift spray booth. As you'll tell throughout the build, the colour scheme is sandy taupe and black. So a lot of the little things that you wouldn't notice, they're going to be black. I'll give you a better rundown. I'll show you once it's all back together. But yeah, right now we just got to start making more of this stuff. Let's crack into it, eh? That's nice and clean. So this alley, this checker plate alley was in a big long piece that we had stuffed down at the back of Dad's shed. We used it from another project, and it's pretty expensive to buy brand new. This is the one I did last night. I didn't have any cameras rolling because I just had to get into it. But you can see the difference, what a bit of time can do to scrap metal. It almost looks like a sticker. I'm not saying my painting is amazing and my work is fantastic, but just looking at it, it kind of looks like a sticker. This one was the clean part, but I still have to clean it up and hit it with a wire wheel. And then that's what it's going to end up looking like. Nice and gentle. It's not exactly where it's going to go, but that's what it's for. And then there's going to be more alley in these little triangle bits. Back and front. Yeah, that looks about right. So I've marked these 745 long because I'm going to take about 5mm off combined both ends. So it's essentially 740 at the end of it. And then it's going to be 200 wide, but I'm going to have to mark that out with a set square. So in the vise it goes. And find the set square that your old man had somewhere. Got it. So these things are fantastic. If you don't know what one of these is, it's a set square. Surely, if you're watching this, you know what one of these is, what one of these are. But if you don't, they're just a steel rule. And they've got a little handle on it, and you can make perfect right angles. And you can set it to whatever length you need. So I want 200mm, which will be... Time to chop chop. Remember, safety third. This is what comes on the trailer. We are giving an attachment to go in any sort of race hitch to go into one of these away with the trailer, so you don't have to worry about, oh, I don't have the right tow ball for the trailer, I don't know what that is, what is that, blah blah. You're getting a tow ball to hitch up to one of these. But you can see it's quite dirty, it's quite rusty, the paint's all gone. There is a grease nipple that I will replace. But yeah, so that's a hitch. You've seen it in previous videos, but this is the next project. This is what I spend half my time doing in the shed, looking for shit. I just had my safety glasses and I don't know where I put them. There they are. Oops. The hitch and the two guard boards, steps to be painted, they're all in primer, Colgate, whatever you want to call it. Oh, I think it's time for a beer. So we messed up the guards, or the steps, the diamond plate for the steps. We just marked them out wrong, and so I've gone and cut them out wrong. So we ended up with we ended up with 4 of the same, where we needed 2 for the front, 2 for the back. So now we just got to mark them out again on the little bit of scrap we have, and hopefully that'll work. We managed to get all those shapes cut out last night.
well, yesterday. I finished pretty early because it was my birthday. They just need a little bit of tie up and a little bit more cutting off. But yeah, so we're gonna have to pretty much bust our ass now because it's the end of August and we've got the first show in October, end of October, but that means we also have to get over to Adelaide in October. So pretty much it's just put it back together, like I said earlier in the video, put it back together and just start doing all the little small things.
Rightio, that's all of these cleaned up. But while I've been doing that, Dad's rocked up.
How you going?
What have you been up to?
About bolting and marking and doing all the fun stuff. Laying down on the job, all that sort of stuff. Really good.
Laying down in the dirt,
That's it.
getting the axle in by the looks of it.
Yep. Need the pressing tool. Beautiful.
Precision pressing tool.
That's it.
So what have you done since you've been here?
Today,
Yep.
well, we've marked out our angles, our aluminium sheeting. I've put all the bolts up underneath, all bar 4, which I seem to have lost. And I'm now putting the axle in. I've only made one trip home and one trip to Bunnings, so I'm doing well.
Nice. It's coming along.
Getting there, it's great.
Looking forward to Adelaide and Perth.
Oh mate, ecstatic. Really ecstatic, it's going to be exciting fun.
After months of sitting on stands, it finally looks like a trailer. Look at that.
Got loose nuts at the moment. Stirrer, so I thought I'd give this a little bit of a mix around. It's a fairly thick 2-pack acrylic paint in matte, and once it's been sitting for a while, you do just need to keep on top of it and make sure it hasn't settled. And then we're going to put a part A. Part B, if we can get the lid off it. This is a hardener. Get the shit out of the way. Roughly about that much. And part C, which is the thinner. Job done. Again, we do what I'm good at. Stir it in. Cover our containers. Don't bang it because it's going to go. And then we take this off. And we gently pull that into there, making sure that it's not going to land on the floor. Okay. Being a two-pack paint, it needs to settle before we start painting. And once we've done that, it should go on beautifully. Fingers crossed.
So I'm going to put these corners on, these checker plate corners. Now, going to use this. It's called Sikaflex, or what's this one? T-Rex. Bloody strong, and I recommend this for any trailer floors. Don't weld trailer floors in now. There's too much hassle. Just glue them in. One shot, each corner. There's no retakes. I've got to get this perfect, and I'm going to glue it with this stuff and pop rivet them. Well, that was interesting. Yeah, some of them didn't line up properly. That's my fault. Now, some of the holes weren't exact, and when you're doing this, they kind of have to be perfect or close enough to perfect that you can get so they all line up and you don't end up with Sikaflex everywhere and having to pull the plates off. But they're all on, they're all Sikaflex, they're all pop riveted down. I didn't video it because after the first one, I kept busting my knuckles and carrying on and swearing like a pork chop. I figured you probably don't need to see that. Everyone knows what it's like in the shed when you bust your knuckles or something. It's not pretty. But no, they're all done now, so I'll show you them right now. To the next part. Chains from the mud guards to the back of the trailer to stop them flapping and dragging along the tyres because they're on hinges. So what we're going to do is run from this circle here, this ring that's part of the original trailer, into one of these cool little spinning hitches, down in some black chain to another one, and we're going to drill a hole in the mud flap and it's going to be connected right like I've not got enough chain, so might have to go back to Bunnings. What a shame. You're not going to believe this. I've committed the most atrocious thing you can do on a Sunday in Australia at Bunnings. I didn't get a snag. Now, I know that's going to offend a lot of people and I'm going to lose whatever subscribers I have because of it. But I didn't take card. And I completely forgot I took all the cash out of my wallet, so I had nothing. Anyway, I'm sure I'll survive. Alright, back to the trailer. So I'm back from Bunnings. Let's get into it, eh? Split tube. Number plate light. More chain. More of these.
So that's the end of the build series, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm not going to show you the trailer right now. I'm going to show you that in the next video. So keep your eyes peeled for that video to come out. Or if you're in Adelaide between the 21st and 23rd of October, come down to the Adelaide Showground, say good day at the Adelaide 4 Drive Show, because we'll be there. Or if you're in Perth, come down to McCullum Park between the 4th and 6th of November. We'll also be there. Cheers, guys. Thank you for all the support. It's been an experience, let's say that. But for now, I think we're done. We'll catch you later. Let's go, Lewis.